Right, we are going in and we're going to create the ultimate Jungle 96 drum rack. Breakbeat is a science. And what do scientists like to do? Well, they like to experiment. So we're going to do that. I don't know why I introduced this video like a fucking primary school or something, but so yeah, come on everyone, find a partner. Right, so we're going to make the ultimate jungle drum rack. It's going to be unbelievable. So I wonder if I should get another beer before I start. No, let's just go. So I've got like a little collection of things which I'm going to use, recipes. I've got some sort of kind of vocal samples, which I got off some old tapes.
Request to all the Rasta man in the house.
Lovely.
Special request to all the girls from north, south, east and west. From your body look good and you know you have the God bless. Brock wine, brock a man's spine. Watch right.
Lovely stuff. Oh, well, I need to crop that. Okay. And this one. Hey. Cool. And then I'm going to use this. Oh, sexual. Ooh, look at it. Yeah, you can really see in Live 9.5 they have really improved the waveforms there. Really silky. And of course this. Yep. Cool. So let's just jump right in. I've got an empty drum rack, so I'm going to start with dropping that in there. I'm going to go to... Right. Set the volume where I want it. Okay, so there's a gazillion ways that we could go about doing this. And I'm going to be using some techniques that I've used in the past, but also some new ones that I discovered today. And kind of what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get as much as I can into this layout. Gazillions of options, not gazillions, but enough to make it interesting for you, the performer, and you, the listener. Obviously, that's not you, both of you. Well, I guess you are kind of listening as you do it, but you know what I mean. You lot. And I'm going to sort of kind of go with a format of having certain sounds on certain pads where I know what they're going to do, and then other ones where I don't know what they're going to do. And it's going to get quite complicated, but I'm going to try and keep it sort of straight up 9.5. You're not going to need Suite or anything. It's just, if you've got 9.5, you should be able to do this. And it's going to be fucking awesome. So there's a ton of like new features available in the new Simpler. We can slice, we can warp. Oh, this is just insane. So we're going to do all of that. We're just going to make everything. And okay, so first thing we're going to do is I'm going to warp this to go in time with my track, which I want to actually be at about 160. I'm going to turn warp on. Nice. And I'm going to have repitch. That's the wrong speed. So we're going to have to click one of these, I think. No. Okay, cool. So that is going to be like my main loop, which I'm putting on this pad here. I'm now going to duplicate that. Oh, no, wait. No, before I do that, this is really important. This is important. I want to group that. The choke. I want to put that on choke 1, right? That is important. The chokes are fundamental to this, all right? Get your head around the chokes. So we're going to copy that to pad 2. And I'm going to set the start point to the snare here. But I don't want that second one. I just want that one. Now, because it's re-pitched, when I change the tempo, it'll go with it. It's cool, right? Okay, I'm going to duplicate that again. And for this one, I'm going to have the second snare here. Beautiful. And then for the last one, I'm just going to have the crash on the end. The lovely crash. Okay, so basically what I've got there is I've sort of got the... Okay, so what I've got there is I've got the sort of the essential elements of the break that I want to have easy access to, which I've lined out on the bottom. And because they're all choked to group 1, then I can kind of, you know, I won't get those like overplays or whatever. It'll just cut the other one out. So that's going to be like my main row for triggering the beat, the break. Okay, so let's move on. Let's get the blah-de-blah. Let's get the let's get the kick, the 808 kick. And whoops. Let's get the 808 kick there. And I don't want that warped. I don't want anything that, I just want that pure. Okay, it's really quiet. Oh, so good, isn't it? So that is going to be like our kick, bass. Beautiful. And I'm going to let you into a little secret here. We're going to get a note length. My audio interface is playing up on me. We're going to get a note length. We're going to put it before the drum rack. We're going to set the time to sync and the length to 1/8. Then I'm going to get an arpeggiator. I'm going to put that after the note length. I'm going to set the style to chord trigger and the rate to 1/8. And that'll kind of quantize it. Isn't that cool? Right, so let's move on. Now, I don't fucking audio interface. Don't buy the Focusrite Scarlett. Oh my God. I don't even know why I've still got it. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to have some variation to the bass line. I don't just want that. That's going to get a little bit much too soon. So I'm going to show you how to create some variations, musical variations, really just by hitting one pad. So I'm going to duplicate that pad. Oh, no, wait, no, before I do that, no, wait, I've got to group it. Okay, so I'm going to group that pad to group 2. It's choked on number 2. That's very important, okay? Can you see the choke thing here? Right, so now I'm going to duplicate that. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to incorporate some MIDI effects to give me some sort of, you know, musical variation using the scale object and using the using the random thing here. So I'm going to choose what scale I want. I'm just going to do like a I'm going to do a minor third, fourth, raised fourth, fifth. So where's C then? Okay, so that, and then that'll be my minus 7th. Okay, and I'm going to turn all these off. And then I'm going to set the choices to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to set them to 5. See what happens here. Okay, and then I'm going to turn the chants up. Oh, hang on a minute. Right, I need to set the voices here to 1. Now that's currently set on random, but I'm actually quite liking it on alternate. That kind of counts up. choices, 5 choices. Cool, all right, and then I'm going to get that first one again, and I'm just going to have that, I'm going to transpose that up, so it's just like a octave. Cool, all right. So I guess we could... where's that cool telephone thing? Let's just chuck the telephone in there. Cool. Oh, push. Sorry, it's because I'm running a load of crap off my USB hub and I haven't got the power supply for push, so it tends to peg out. Cool, all right. Sorry about the audio interface. I don't know why it's doing that. It's really bad. Let's just pause for a quick beer break. Beautiful. Okay. Now, what do we want to do next? Well, we probably... Oh, I'm going to fucking throw the thing out the window. I wonder what it could be. Am I being too aggressive? Is it when I talk too aggressively? No. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so now what we want to do is we want to get our sort of Rasta Duck guys. And we want to stretch at lows like, oh, we want that. Oh, beautiful. It is 96 all over again. Right, where? And let's just put some nice delay on that. Oh! This is the best and worst video I've ever made. Okay, that's cool. All right, so we've got a little palette there of stuff that we can, start fooling around with. Now, I'm going to get a little bit deep now. We're going to get deep. And I'm going to basically, we're going to get deep. It's going to get deep. So on this pad here, actually, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll move it. I'll move it to this pad. So basically what I'm going to do is set up a kind of a random kind of playback thing where it's just going to do absolutely anything and everything to this one sample using some quite complicated deep instrument rack type shit. And it's all kind of like focused around the slicing. Now, slicing inside drum racks brings problems because the first slice is always C1. Now, we're going to have to get deep into sort of this business here, receive and play, blah, 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 blah. What we're going to have to do is some transposition, or we're going to have to do some careful selection here to make sure that when we press this pad, which is actually G, A, N, which is actually B1, that we want it to play C1. So you can do that here by going, okay, so it's taking B1, and we can change this here down to C1 and C1. There we go. So now we can play that sliced loop, or the first slice of it. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring in another random MIDI effect. Now, the funny thing about this drum loop is when you slice it, is that it comes out about 12 slices. So it's very easy to just drop the random in, and because it defaults to 12 choices. So come on. So if I turn the random chance up here, see that? It kind of jumps around the loop. I'm just pressing one pad and I'm getting, you know, loads of sounds. That's cool. So I'm going to warp the fuck out of that one as well. Like loads. Transpose it up a little bit. So. Some of them don't sound that good, so that's okay. I'm actually going to take some of the slices out. Just, I really actually only want the kick and the two snares. So I'm going to take out these other slices. And come on, interface, and that one at the end. And that means I'll have to turn the choices back down to something like 3. Okay, that's cool. So we've got some stuff there. All right, so let's do some more of that. So I tell you what I'll do, right? I'm going to have like my main drum break here. I'm going to have my like bass line here, and then along this row here, I'm going to have my different like edits, my little drum break edits. So I'm going to copy that pad to there. And I'm going to, what am I going to do with this? Well, I will... I'll put it back to repitch. And I will move some of these slices. I'm going to move this one here, this one there, this one there. Come on. And I'm going to reverse it. And then I've got some reversey stuff. Okay, cool. It's going well. Let's do some more. Okay, I don't want this one to be reversey. I want this one to be forwards. And I'm going to make a kind of sort of pitchy thing. And what am I going to use for that? Okay, well, I don't want slice mode. I'm going to put it back to classic. I'm going to turn off, take out that random thing, and I'm just going to set one start point. One start point. And you can't really see it. The lines are very faint, but if you zoom in, because this is warped, you can actually grab like a chunk of audio. If we turn the snap off, you can grab a chunk of audio that should roughly be in time with okay, if I turn loop on. So Thank you. So that's roughly about a 16th note. I'm going to set the warp mode to beats. Whoops. Right, what's that? Do I have to transpose it up a little? Why is the transpose up 27? What? That's bizarre. Are you looping or what? Okay, I'm having a senior moment. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. Okay, let's bring in the LFO now. Yeah, it's not quite playing at the right measure. You can just about see the lines. They're very faint, but that's 1/16th note there. That's really quiet. Let's turn that up. These are pretty loud as well, aren't they? Are they? Or is it? What happened to that one? Okay, so let's do like one more. Let's get like one more on here. We'll go in like super tight here. Sometimes that one doesn't do anything. Okay, so it's going quite well. Now, earlier on, I was doing some experimenting and I came across something that I was been curious about for quite some time. And that was trying to get around this problem that I faced initially of when you've got a instance of Simpler with some slices in it, and then you want to group that to, and then and then you want to group that to an instrument rack where you can then add more in. And it kind of resulted in more of this sort of slightly complicated transposition. I would actually like to make a suggestion that when you're using Simpler with slices, that from inside the device, you can choose the root note of where the first slice is. Look at this big space here. Look at that big space. There's nothing going on there. Apart from maybe when I choose like one of these filters and then the drive turns up. But even then, look, there's still some space. There's all this space here. It would just be really nice if I could just bring up a little drop down menu like I've got here and just say I want slice 1 to be on C3. Because pretty much every single cell in a drum rack defaults to play note C3. And yet this slicing defaults to play at C1. Now C1 is the default first note of a drum rack. So why isn't the default play note of a drum rack C1 as well? Why is it C3? I just does my head in. So, but, you know, never let these things get in the way. It's better just to find your own way to get around it than it is to just sit there complaining about it. So, what I'm going to do is, I've completely forgotten everything that I tried earlier. Okay, yeah, so what was it I was going to do? Can't remember. Okay, yeah, no, I do remember. Okay, I'm going to delete this, actually. No, I won't delete it. No, what am I doing? Okay, I'm going to, come on. This is outrageous. You, my friend, are going out the window. Right, okay, I'm going to put an empty drum rack in this cell here. Putting drum racks inside drum racks is something that I haven't really tried until today. I'm going to do it now. It's going to be the tits. Right. So, what do I want to do? Okay, I'm going to put this in here. Okay. All right. Now we're going to have to get quite deep here and we're going to have to look at what's going on. So, this note here, if I press this, it's not going to do anything, yeah? It's not going to play anything because this note is D sharp 2, which is playing the note C3, which is being received here on C1 to play C3. Now we know that that's bullshit, okay? So, and what I want to do is I want to use all these funny slice stuff, this slicey stuff. I think I do anyway. Yeah. So, okay, maybe it's not actually, maybe it's, no. Okay, so I'm going to have to set this to C1, I think. Let's start with setting this to C1. C1, let's go. There we go. Okay, so it's playing. So now if I set this to C1, I'm going to get a sound. Yeah. Okay, I got a sound. All right, that's cool. Cool. Right. Okay. So, actually, I don't want the do I want the slicing? Okay. Yeah. No, I do. I'm going to keep it. I'm sorry. This video is shit. Okay. Right. Let's put our friend Mr. Random in. Okay, that's cool. Okay, I'm going to warp that. I'm going to put it to texture. I'm going to slow it down. Okay, now I'm going to group them. I'm going to group them on a choke to choke 1, and then I'm going to duplicate that. And I'm going to set this receive note to C sharp 1. Okay, this is where it's getting deep and exciting. So I'm still pressing this 1 pad, but right now I'm only triggering this chain in the drum rack, which is actually giving me loads of different sounds, right? So if I, okay, well, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to have to use this pitch thing. So if I pitch this up, now I'm going to get the second chain, where I can apply some variation to the sound. Oh, that was the wrong one. Whoops. This is really where it starts to get very complicated. Okay, so that's one chain. This is the other chain. Sounds the same. Oh my God, headache. Okay. Okay, so to make it a little bit more obvious, I'm just going to apply some wibbly wobbly wobbly woo. Okay, so let's do a couple more of those. No. Oh, okay, yeah, now I need to set the this note here to D1. And I'm not going to use the pitch this time. I'm going to use the filter. We're going to try out some of these lovely filters. Okay, I really love the notch. I really love that. Psychedelic. And then we could create another one of those and, set that to D sharp 1. I'm just going to do 4 because otherwise it starts to get a little bit borderline obsessive. And this one I'm just going to maybe use some pitch LFO as well. Sample and hold LFO maybe. Maybe a different filter type. Not that one. Okay, so now we can get rid of that pitch device and we can bring in our friend Mr. Random again. And so this is when things hopefully will start to get a little bit interesting. Or it might be shit, I don't know. Let's find out. Yeah, it worked. It's working. It's working. Okay, so basically the random devices, the randomizer thing, MIDI device, is choosing between these different chains. And inside these different chains is a sampler with its own sub kind of random MIDI effect thing, which is choosing all the different slices. So what you've got there is quite a lot of variation for sounds to trigger coming off one pad. Okay, but that is not it's definitely time to buy a new audio interface. That is not on the same choke group as the other one, so I'm going to put that on the same choke group. Actually, I'm just going to do one more. I'm going to copy that one there. And this one I'm going to put a real choppy LFO in to the volume. It's going to be, yeah. Actually, whilst I'm doing that, why don't I do that to some of these wacky ones as well? It won't get too hard to manage. But beware of copy value to siblings, because I always thought that it would copy the value to the siblings of whatever rack it was nested in. But I don't think that's the case. I think it does it to literally every single one on every single cell, despite what is going on inside that cell. So keep an eye out there, ear out, whatever. Okay. Oh, hang on, I've got some of them doing pitchy things, so... Oh, that was good. That was good, yeah. It's going well. It's going well. So, I mean, I could go on, but like, yeah, be here all night, really. So, there you go. That is something I've been fiddling around with. And, yeah, I'm going to go and get another beer and take a massive shit on my audio interface. Right, see you.